So, Will Muskopf,
Yes,
you're an Eagle Scout.
I am.
What does that look like?
Um, basically looks like being trained to be a better citizen in society. That's basically the goal of scouting, to train young people to be take better care of both the planet, each other, and everything.
So, what got you into wanting to become like a Boy Scout and eventually an Eagle Scout?
I started because I saw a lot of my peers joining scouts, and I thought their uniforms looked pretty dope. And I was like, I want some of that. And so I joined, not really knowing what I was getting into, but I'm glad I did, because after a period of a couple months or a couple years, I started realizing how much this program actually means to a lot of people, and I started to get a greater appreciation for it.
How many steps does that take? How many ranks do you have to surpass to get to that Eagle Scout rank?
So there's tenderfoot, tenderfoot, first and second class, star, and then life. So you've got around 5
Ranks.
until you can actually start working on your Eagle Scout paperwork and everything.
So, how long does surpassing those ranks usually take? And what does it consist of?
The first 4 are basically just understanding knots and first aid and getting all your general scouting knowledge learned and everything. And then that usually takes only a couple months between them before you go up to the next rank. But after that, with Star and Life, those typically take a lot longer, because you're learning more leadership knowledge and other information that's going to help you be a better leader. And you have to take all that to heart. So those take around a year or 2 each.
Oh, really?
And then going from Life to Eagle takes about 2 years. Mostly just because the paperwork is a mess to get through. But
Yeah. What do you do now that you've achieved that rank? What does your kind of Boy Scout life look like?
Well, now most of the scouts are all looking up to me and recognizing
As their leader?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At this point now, I am the oldest active member in the troop.
Really?
So, they're looking up to me as like, what did we do when we used to encounter problems when this guy was, 14, because we're experiencing those same problems now. And they're basically just looking up to me now.
That's awesome.
For leadership. Yep.
That's really cool. So, when you were a younger kid, how did you get into Boy Scouts, and what age did you really start?
I started Scouts when I was 13. No, I started when I was 12.
Is that usually when people start?
Yeah, 12 or 13.
Yeah.
But I'm also younger than most people in the grade, because you start towards the end of your 5th grade year. And
Yeah.
because I'm younger than everyone else, I sort of had a couple months extra, yeah.
Oh, so you started. So you've been doing this for, how old are you now?
I'm 17.
17. So about like 5 years. You've been in the Boy Scout.
Mm-hmm.
And when did you get Eagle Scout? Like this year?
I got Eagle Scout last week.
Really?
Yes.
Congrats, man.
Thank you.
So it took a while. It's like a grind. That's
Yeah.
crazy. So, Will,
Yeah.
I've heard about this project you have for Eagle Scouts. I have no
Yes.
idea what that is. Can you give the viewers an insight on what that project looks like?
So basically, the project is, it's like the final exam of Scouts, I guess. You have to take all the Scout skills you learned, like knots and first aid, and combine it with your knowledge of leadership. And you're basically doing a project like built things like I did. My project was building a gaga ball pit in Orange Township.
Oh.
I also planted a couple trees. So I built the gaga ball pit. It took around 100 hours to plan everything and get all the work days done and everything. And there were a lot of scouts that showed up to those work days and helped me out, and I could not be more thankful for them. because they're supporting me all the way through scouting, and I really appreciate all their support.
Yeah. So is that done now?
Yes, it is.
So it is done.
Yes, I finished it back in March.
And you had to do that to get your Eagle Scout rank. So that was kind of the jump.
Mm-hmm.
How do you assume incorporating Christ into, kind of being a light in these kids' lives and being their leader?
I'm just trying to be an example to them of showing the love that Christ would show to them, or at least I try my best to do that. Because my troop, even though it's in a richer area, I guess, it's actually quite a diverse troop. We have a lot of atheists, since it's not a private institution. We have quite a few Hindus. I think we had a couple Muslims at one point. I don't know if we still do, but yeah.
So there's a lot of different religions, a lot of different viewpoints, but you're on the same team. You're all working towards the same goal. So you're kind of, while you're working with them and telling them what to do and, being there for them, you're kind of just hinting at Christianity and showing what it's like to be Christ. Awesome. That's all. Will, thanks for coming in. I think that's all we have, unless I get interrupted again. It's been nice having you. It was cool to learn about Eagle Scouts because I had no idea.